Thank you so much for joining this interview for today. It is so amazing to have you on.
Thanks. No, I'm really excited to be here. Thank you.
Yes. And I would love to just jump right in and really talk about your acting journey and where it all began on Broadway to where you are now.
Yeah, sure. So, I guess taking it back a little bit before Broadway, I went to a performing arts middle school and high school,
Wow.
and I majored in theater and had a minor in dance, and then went to college for acting, got my BFA in acting, and then moved right on up to New York, and then got an audition for this play called The Crucible on Broadway.
Mhm.
And the rest was kind of history. I mean, I did that show for about maybe 6 months, and then that kind of propelled me to getting representation because I didn't have an agent or anything at the time.
Okay.
And then kind of transitioned a little bit into television,
Mhm.
booked a couple of TV shows, and then I went back to Broadway
Right.
for another show, and then did some more television and film, and then COVID, and then moved to LA.
Okay.
And then did some more television. I did like Issa Rae's Rap Shit Show. I did Star Trek Picard. I guess I should be throwing in the things that I've been doing, but yeah, so that was kind of like my journey from the me as a kid to like theater in New York and
Okay.
then here in LA.
And did you have a preference between Broadway and actually acting in TV shows?
Um, I don't have a preference. I think, theater is what got me into this industry, and I'm exploring more television and film. But I would jump at the chance to go back to Broadway. I feel like Broadway is something, and off Broadway, it doesn't have to be specifically Broadway, but theater in general, I'd
Mhm.
love to, continue to keep that in
Oh,
my repertoire.
that is truly amazing. And how would you say the process of actually auditioning for a Broadway show is different or very similar to auditioning for like a TV show or a film?
Good question. I think the way it goes, you get like a breakdown audition, and well, now it's kind of different because everything's kind of more self-tapes. But at
Right.
the time, I would get an audition from my reps, my agents, and then I'd go to the physical location, do my scene or whatever they had, and then I would basically wait to see if I got a call back. If
Okay.
I got a call back, then I would go back to the same location.
Mm.
But this time there would be like not just the casting directors, but it would be like the director, sometimes the writer,
Okay.
and some other producers. So I think that's what's similar. I think the higher up the callbacks, the more callbacks you get, you get more um, I guess executives and people, decision makers in the room beside that initial one. But now it's kind of different because self-tapes, you just send it out into the ether, hope they look at it, and
Yeah.
then maybe get a call back.
Okay. And what was the callback experience like for Mistletoe and Matrimony, your upcoming movie that's about to stream?
Well, shameless plug. This was actually my first offer. So I did an audition for this movie. I got an email saying, "Hey, they'd love you to be a part of this film. Here's the script." So I read the script. I love Christmas movies in general. So
You.
I I immediately had like an innate connection to this. I mean, this has been on my bucket list. Like I have like a vision book of things that I want to accomplish, and
Okay.
being a lead of a Christmas movie has been on that list for years.
That is, wow.
And then I found out I was working with Rhonda, our director, and then Etienne, my co-star. So I was like, yes, I have to say yes.
Right. That is so amazing. And congratulations to you for having this leading role. And I watched it and absolutely fell in love with your character. So what was it like really understanding the nuances of being a wedding planner, reading that script and just getting into that character even further?
Yeah, sure. I think there are a lot of similarities between Olivia's character and myself.
Okay.
We're very goal-oriented, driven people,
Right.
care immensely about our families. Um, I don't think it wasn't really a challenge for me trying to connect to Olivia's character at all. I mean, I think you at least I hope viewers can feel her warmth
Yeah.
and
I definitely
And
did.
oh, good, good. That makes you happy. I mean, yes, she could be stern and like she's very to the point, wants everything to be perfect, perfect, especially as a wedding planner, but she
Exactly.
is kind and things like that.
Yeah, I definitely again felt that through the screen, just that warmth and kindness and really caring about her sister as well, really
Yeah.
trying to plan this wedding during the
Right.
holiday season, and it was a lot. What were the interactions like between the cast members,
Yeah.
on and off screen? Like at
Yeah.
the
No, I feel like we really lucked out. And I'm sure people say this all the time, but no, like we really hung out even outside of this. Like we went to Niagara Falls
Okay.
um, as like a cast. Our director Rhonda came along. It was
Yeah.
really a bonding experience. I mean, the
Mhm.
laughs, constant laughs that we experienced and shared on this set it was
Yeah,
really nice. Yeah. I think that's why the chemistry is you can like feel the chemistry and not just with
exactly.
Etienne and I, but like the whole cast is because we
Right.
had that rapport off screen as well.
Mhm. And I did feel it just with like the character that plays your sister, and then of course Etienne as well. Between your character Olivia and other characters that you have played previously, is there more of a connection with her?
Oh, interesting. I don't know that it's more of a connection. I think it's a different part of me. I think the family oriented side of me is definitely a good connection
Mhm.
because other characters I've played I feel like they've each grasped like a little bit of myself in some different way.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say Olivia's more so me than anything else I've played, but I do think she's a heavy part of it.
Every part of it. Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
And do you foresee there being a sequel to Mistletoe and Matrimony?
I mean, the way it ends, it leads up to,
Mhm.
a definite sequel. I think I can talk about the movie, right? I can talk about
Yes, you
like
can. Go right
spoilers.
ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so when Etienne and not Etienne, but my character and Isaiah, they get together at the end, it
Right.
leads us up for the wedding to be planned by Olivia in the sequel. So, I mean, and I know that there are a lot of folks really anticipating and looking forward to watching this film. So it's already garnered a lot of,
Mhm.
fan interactions and excitement.
Of course. And has your family watched the film or has it just been you?
No, God, no, no. No, I'm very secretive when it comes to this. I don't allow my family. They're like, what happens even when I'm on Chicago Med or like any other TV show that I've done, I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you the plot. You're gonna have to watch like everybody else. So I
Yeah.
think that's what yeah, no, I'm not letting anybody knows. No one's no I've seen the screener, of course, but no one else has seen it. At least
Okay.
on my side. No.
Okay. So it's very secretive at this point. But next week it will be
Yes.
streaming. So then that's
Yes.
when everyone will be able to finally watch the movie. That is
Yes.
exciting.
It is
Well,
exciting.
yeah, I do have another question as we wrap up this interview,
Sure.
but it's about how are Black holiday stories breaking barriers in media and transforming representation in the entertainment industry?
Yeah, great question. In so many ways, I think you've seen like the stereotypical tropes of, Black love interests, especially darker skinned Black, uh, I'll say actors
Mhm.
and actresses in loving relationships. So it's really nice to see, love and like not that you have to go through something so terrible
Mhm.
to be in love and find love. And I think you know, especially for younger audiences too. I think in this day and age when we're talking about representation and what that means, it's
Mhm.
nice for the next generation to see that to have something to look up to. So
Yeah.
that way they can create their own stories and their own love stories and know that um love and relationships, they can have those as well. And they can be just as great and beautiful as any other type of love story that we've seen in the past.
Yes, that representation is just so important just to have that with Black films, with Black holiday films, and see a sense of love and bonding during this holiday season. So thank you so much for portraying your character and, really bringing this to light. And it was incredible to watch it, Ashley.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words.
Anytime. Thank you for joining us for this interview for today, and I hope you have a truly incredible rest of your day. And I can't wait, to rewatch it when it comes out on Max from Mistletoe and Matrimony.
Yeah.
So have a again wonderful day, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
No problem.